Welcome back, guys, to episode 5 of the Detour podcast. On today's segment, we're going to start it off by talking about the half marathon me and Noah did this weekend.
It was honestly a lot easier than I was expecting, because hearing about how downhill is going to be harder on your legs, I don't necessarily feel like it was.
Yeah, a lot of people talked about like the compression on
the impact. Yeah. And it definitely wasn't.
I don't know, I did feel it in my knees, not gonna lie.
But comparing it to my first one, I feel like my legs were more destroyed in my first one where it was all flat.
Okay.
Versus, like, it definitely was a faster one because my first one was like 2 hours and 40-something minutes, and we were at 2:15.
Yeah, we did 2:15.
So obviously it was like, almost 30 minutes quicker.
Yeah. I don't know, we were cooking the whole time.
We were. Cause
we didn't even walk once.
Because we would walk.
Besides
we'd get to the aid stations.
Yeah.
But I think like our goal was like 11 minutes per mile.
Yeah, our goal.
And we ended up like 9:30 to 10:30.
Yeah, I think it was 9:30 to 10.
Yeah, we were like bouncing, so we actually ended up killing it. But yeah, it was a lot easier.
It was still definitely like, I don't know, like for some reason like that was my first half marathon, and I don't know, we didn't do much practicing leading up to it. We maybe ran
almost
twice or so beforehand.
Yeah.
But then while running, me and you kept at a steady pace the whole time. Like, I don't think I felt it. Like, I definitely felt it in my feet and Achilles tendon. But, like, I didn't really feel it until mile 10. Then mile 10 was so brutal. And then those last 3 miles.
Dang. I could feel it. Like, I could definitely feel it kind of, in the later miles. However, it was more of like, my legs are getting a little tired. My knees hurt just a little bit from coming downhill, but I'm like, whatever. I'll just listen to my music. Because it was more of like, if I wanted to give up, I totally could. But it was just barely there. So I'm like, what is the point? I'm just tired right now. So that's the only thing making me want to give up. And then I remember like running across and I'm just seeing everybody and they're like, yeah, you don't even look like you were tired. I was like, what? Like, really? I'm exhausted.
No, yeah, my legs were hurting.
Because later, I was just half awake the entire day.
Yeah, because we finished the half marathon. We got up on the mountain by 6 or 5:30 in the morning. I
think it was a little sooner than that.
Something. But then we finished the half marathon by 10 a.m.
4:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we finished by 10 a.m. and I think once we finished and I got home, I took a nap that lasted like, I slept for like 8 hours. And then I went out. And
that night sleep, oof, that was the best night's sleep ever. Because my body, it wasn't even my mind also that was tired. Everything was tired. So once my body hit my bed, my mind shut off and my whole body went into hibernation. It was great.
Really?
Yeah, but it makes me want to do more because of how it wasn't as hard as I was expecting it to be. So then that level of like comparison makes me want to do it again, because it's like, if it's going to be anything kind of like this.
Yeah.
But then easier because I'm actually going to start running and training.
Well, and if you think about it, since we actually didn't do pretty much any training, like I was looking it up, I was like, and with not a lot of training and we got 2:15, if we actually trained for the next one, we could easily get below 2 hours.
Which I think would be awesome.
Because that's only shaving 15 minutes off.
Which give or take a minute a mile. Yeah. And that's
so I think that's kind of
not much
doable.
Faster than what we were going. I think we could do it.
I think we honestly could get below 2 hours because our next half marathon.
My dad I was the one who was like, we need to do another one, but I wasn't the one who suggested November. My dad was like, oh, there's the Snow Canyon one in St. George.
Okay.
And he's like, I did that one because I remember going to that one with him, and he's like, we could do that one. I was like.
And that one's in November?
Yeah.
I thought Sedona was in November.
Sedona's in February.
Because
we're also going to do a Sedona half in February. And I think destination half marathons would be really fun.
That would be cool, actually.
So, got some training to do. Got a couple of months.
Well, November's... Oh, yeah, just 2 months.
Just 2 months.
A month and a half away.
But, if we do any sort of training, it'll make us...
It will be a lot better.
Because I think Snow Canyon's also kind of a downhill one. And then any training will just make us that much better than we were.
That's true. Because it actually wasn't that bad. It was probably just the more like strenuous strain on my calf and Achilles muscles and the balls of my feet because I got new shoes the week before our half marathon.
And they're terrible.
And they were terrible because my feet were hurting when they shouldn't have just because they were new shoes.
Yeah, that's fair. I plan on going to Salt Lake Running Co. just right up around here because I noticed. So there's pronation and some other kind of nation. So it's basically when you step, which way, like how does your foot and your ankle sit in? So when I step, if I'm like running the ball of my feet inward, I'll notice my feet will hit flat, but then the way the sole of my foot rests, it almost kind of goes in, so my ankle kind of like bends inward every time I land. Even though my feet are straight, it'll hit and then it'll roll slightly in. And I Googled it, and it says that's pronation. So they have specific, like, different brands have different running shoes, obviously, but they have some to help with that. So there's going to be a bit more cushioning under the arch.
Okay.
So when you step, you don't bend in because it's a bit higher up. So it's supposed to help with pronation.
Okay.
And I've realized maybe that's why my ankles sometimes hurt, like, just in general. Because, like, I've noticed it a lot recently, especially after the race with my shoes. I thought it was my shoes. But I really do think it's just my feet.
Okay.
And, like, it's so weird because a lot of people who have flat feet typically have pronation or weak arches.
So you have weak arches.
But when I walk, my arches don't flatten, though. So it's like I still have the arch, but it's just like my foot
compresses down.
Compresses, like,
down
in, and then my ankles slightly bend in. And it's weird. So I'm going to get my gait measured, and that's what that is to see how your foot strikes and how everything lines.
And, like, how it, like, connects with the ground and folds. And,
so
like,
then
where
they can recommend the best shoe for how you run.
Where is this?
So...
What is this?
It's called Salt Lake Running Co. So if you go on 90th...
Is it like a building you go in?
Yeah. It's a big, like, they sell running clothes, shoes, everything, supplements. Up 90th... I think it's on State Street.
Okay.
In that little area with, like, it's just like a little shopping area.
Okay.
So I plan on doing that. So if you want to go do that.
Yeah, just let
and
me
actually
know
get
dates.
legit shoes.
Yeah, let me know the dates, the time you're going, so that I can see if it works with my schedule.
But yeah, I don't have it set yet. So it's really just like.
Oh, so it's just a
we
thought.
we can make a plan.
We can make it an actual official thing.
Yeah.
But right now it's just up in the air in limbo.
Yes, because it's just an idea to have. But that way, at least we both have good shoes come next time to boost our performance.
No, that's fair.
Because why not? But before we actually hop into your wonderful question of the week.
Yes.
It's great because it coincides with what we just talked about. Two things. One, it's sports season. So I know you don't really follow much sports.
Yeah.
But for anybody who watches football season just started. And I'm a huge Eagles fan. And right now we're 2-0. And have you heard of the Kansas City Chiefs?
Yeah.
Yeah, so screw them. And if you're a Chiefs supporter, screw you.
Oh, okay.
Just
Let's
kidding.
simmer down.
But hey, because of how we were ranked, we had to face them. And I don't think we faced them last, like, normal season. We faced them second game, and we beat them. And they're supposed to be this insanely amazing team. So I'm feeling really good. Second, it's also the new season of European football.
Okay.
So my team, Tottenham, they're not doing so good.
Okay.
But they're an average team. But last year they won the Europa League. So there's a bunch of different leagues within whatever. And if you win it, you have a chance to get promoted to, like, the big league.
Okay.
So right now they're in the Premier League, which is a really good league, but the top one's champions. So you'll face different things. Like Premier League is European.
Yeah.
Then they have, like, La Liga, which is Spanish.
Okay.
They have a bunch of different ones. So the Champions League is the best teams from those different leagues. They play in a league together.
Okay.
So you're basically in your country or, your
own league.
continents, whatever. Yeah, your league. And then
they pull from everyone.
Then you'll have separate games where you'll be facing the best of the best.
Okay, so they'll be playing other people from other leagues and other countries.
Yes.
So it's almost like the Olympics, but more of like
just more soccer. Yeah. So it's like we'll be playing against different, English teams, and then we'll be playing some European teams, and then we'll be playing like Spanish teams or whatever. So we're in the Champions League, the best of the best, and we just played. I think it was our first game yesterday. We won.
Hey, there you go.
It was a rough win, though.
But it was a win, though.
But it's a win. I'll take it. Even though the goalie scored an own goal. The other team's goalie scored an own goal.
And that's how you won?
And that's how we won,
Oh,
1-0.
Jesus.
So
that's terrible.
I know.
That's a terrible way to win, but at least it's a win.
It's like, you gotta be happy about the win,
but
you don't feel so happy because it's like, we didn't really earn it. It was just an error. But whatever. So sports season's up, new season's going. I'm stoked. And that's what I just wanted to say. So
okay.
Love you, sports fans. Now we're gonna hop into the question of the week.
Yes, question of the week is this week kind of leads into our off of our half marathon we did is like goals and accomplishments that you want to have done by the age of 30 and 35. So then I'll go first, and then we'll just go shoot back to back to back to back of what we want to have done or what we have actually got checked off of our list already.
Okay.
So, like, I know one that actually we both have. I believe it's still one of yours, is to visit all 7 continents.
Yes.
By the time 30 or 35.
Mm-hmm.
And at this moment in time, I'm at, I believe, 3. Which is the North America, Europe, and Australia.
Okay.
So I'm at 3 of the 7. So I'm at a good pace. And I'm currently, mine is till I'm age 35. But I don't know if yours is 30 or 35.
Mine's 30.
Okay.
But it works out because you have 2 years on me. So in the end, it's a similar time frame of like, it's realistic to get it done.
Well, I'm going by mid-30s just because like everyone freaks out like dirty 30, that's their 30th birthday. And I don't know, that's like, people have like midlife crises a little bit when they're 30, so I'm giving myself middle of my 30 because that's like usually when I have like, I'm well off into my job and I have a setting and then I have a footing in where I want to go. But yeah, that was my first. So I'm 3 out of 7 right now for continents.
I'm 1. Until January, the end of January 2026, from the 18th to the 31st, I'm going to Australia to go visit our cousins. So then I'll be 2, because I am the same. I want to go to all 7 continents, and I actually have it planned out which countries I want to visit in each continent.
Okay.
So when I go to Europe, I want to go to either England, obviously to watch football, or Italy, because of our ancestry. Then I want to go in Asia, I want to go to Japan.
Okay.
Because it's got anime, it's got Pokemon and all that nerdy crap. Then for Africa, I want to go to South Africa.
Okay.
Because I think that would be pretty cool, and I've heard a lot of like amazing things about South Africa. Yeah. And then I want to end in South America because I want to do like a month-long thing of where I go to Chile, and then the way to get to Antarctica is from Chile.
Yeah, because you'll take most
southernmost point, and you'll basically take a boat out,
and then you hop on.
Yeah. So
whatever,
like
and then you
whatever you do to get there. So it'll basically be like I'll go to Chile, hang out for a bit, and then that's when my thing to go to Antarctica and stand on
to finish it off. Yeah. Okay.
So I think by 30, that's very reasonable because that's at least one trip every year, except for when I do the 2 in 1 year. So then it gives me more time to save. But I definitely think that would be, I don't know, it'd just be super cool because a lot of people, oh yeah, I travel the world, but have you been to every continent?
Yeah, not a lot of people have. Actually, that is like a hard thing for like people nowadays. Like, not a lot of people travel or like get to experience different cultures and stuff. Like, unless they go to like the main places, which is like, oh, you go to London. Which, don't get me wrong, London's beautiful and amazing to go to, but it's like they only go to main cities, but they don't actually experience different cultures and countries. Like, 2 years ago, my mom and her friends, they went to Morocco for a girls' trip.
Oh, wow.
And, like, seeing the pictures from her riding camels and going to, like, these little places where they dye rugs and all the food, or not food coloring, all the dye coloring things of, I don't know, it's just a different culture shock because it's not a main city, so it was harder for her to get to it, but it was, like, amazing experience that she would never change in her life.
Yeah, and I definitely agree with that because I watch the YouTube channel Yes Theory. Yeah. And I love when they experience different cultures and different people, especially in cities that aren't mainstream. Yeah. So I think that's kind of like the thing as well, is not just to travel to say I've traveled, but to kind of get that experience because, I mean, there's so many different cultures around the world, and I think I'm so used to how in my opinion, boring my culture is, because I feel like we just kind of take things from everybody, and it just doesn't seem very original. But like, I want to go to some roots of like what we do have, and really experience, like, for instance, like Italian culture, how it really is to be in like the smaller cities in Italy, because I want to at some point in my life own like a vacation home in like a small coastal town in Italy.
Okay.
Just because I think it'd be super nice to like the authenticity of what that country is about is there, because it's
Because then when you travel there, it's not like the mainstream cities. Of
Yeah.
Like, it's still so colonized. It's like, no, this is authentic.
touristy and
This culture, like when I'm vacationing or going there, I know what I'm expecting or not knowing because it's a whole new culture.
yeah, it's like the people who live there, their families have lived there for generations. So it's like as authentic as you can get, because yeah, they typically do kind of wash. I'd say culture wash. I've never heard that term, but it kind of just is like they just kind of really dull down the culture in touristy places just to make it more attracting, because if certain people are looking for certain things when they travel, and I guess they just play into that, so it's kind of interesting. But I definitely agree, to experience the culture and to like just really appreciate like different walks of life.
Yeah. Sweet. And then but that was kind of going off countries or whatever,
Yeah,
continents.
that was one of mine, but I could list one. So based off of the running, I want to run a full marathon.
Okay.
And I feel like what we just talked about, how it went, and how if we trained it could be easier, I definitely see a marathon not being that hard. I could see it being like how this half marathon was for us. Where
If
near
we
the
actually
end
did
we
the
started
training.
feeling it, but the first 19 miles was easy.
Yeah. If
So
we actually train and actually
so I think-
condition and get ourselves ready.
I definitely think that would be one of those things of like, one, it's great because not a lot of people have ran marathons. But
Yeah.
two, it's more to prove to myself that like, if I put my mind to something and I really work hard at it, I can achieve whatever. Because I sometimes become complacent or lazy, and I feel like that kind of makes me feel like I really, really can't do anything.
Yeah. No, I agree. Because it is like, because that's one of mine as well, is a full marathon. But it is like a mental game of toughness, of like the discipline you have in your own mind to keep pushing and fighting through the pain and the, almost like the doubters that would say you aren't able to. It's like you're proving them wrong. You're proving yourself that you can like accomplish big feats, and it's, I don't know, it's a huge accomplishment to actually be able to say to yourself and to other people, oh yeah, I'm a half marathoner. I'm a full marathoner. Like, I ran this many miles, and I was hard, but I did it, and it was a mental discipline on myself and whatnot.
Because like hearing my dad, he was talking about how one of the most mentally challenging things was to run the marathon, because once your body hits its limit, it really is like, I just gotta push myself. You're exhausted, your body hurts. So I think it's just, yeah, it's like a feat of like, I can do whatever I've set my heart to.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that can stop me.
Yeah.
So.
I agree. And I think probably one of mine is, I want to have all my debt paid off.
Oh.
By the time I'm 30, 35.
That's fair.
Because I have all my student loan debts from when I went to college for 5 years. I have my car that I got 2 years ago that I want to have fully paid off. So I think I want to have all my debt paid off by 35, and to have like 25 to 100,000 in savings.
I think that's fair.
So like, I think that is like a good goal to set, and like something to strive for, and like keep putting my money towards, to like set myself up for future.
That's true.
And to not have debt hanging over my head.
Yeah, so if something happens, you know that you don't owe nobody nothing, but you also have the money to be able to cover.
To not worry.
Yeah,
like if
happens.
I don't know, if I wanted to take like a solo backpacking trip through Europe or whatever for 3 months, I have the money cushion to actually do that if I wanted. I have the freedom, if push came to shove or whatever. I have the capability of like doing my own thing.
Shifting and knowing everything's going to be okay. That's fair, because I also want to get my debt paid off. I don't have as much as you, because when I went to school, I'd pay semester at a time. but it was only like 1 or 2 classes.
Yeah.
And I hated school. Every bit of it.
That's fair.
It ain't for me. But I have my car, and then I also have some credit card debt, because when I got laid off from my job a little while back, and how in that year, it was so hard to get a job that like all my savings was gone. And like everything was gone. I couldn't even get part-time jobs. Like every place I applied for would air me, and I would just do everything I could. So I'd like to get that off. I mean, it's only, like collectively, it's only a couple $1,000s. But it'd be nice to know that like I could pay it off soon, and like you said, have that cushion and build that like
foundation.
Yeah, to know that if anything happens, like I'm totally taken care of. So, right on.
Yeah, because the cushion helps mentally as well. Because like if you're always living paycheck to paycheck, or if for some reason you get laid off from your job or something happens health wise and you get fired or whatever it happens, if you don't have that cushion, your stress levels are through the roof and you will not live a comfortable life.
I agree.
Like I think a cushion provides mental clarity and stability, and actually lets you have the freedom to make your own choices in life of what you want to do and not be constrained to one job, like living paycheck to paycheck, and it's not what you actually want to do or thrive in life.
No, I definitely agree with that. I like that one a lot. And I think another one of my things, I didn't list it here because these were just a few of like the big feats of things like I want to achieve, but I think another one is to be more mentally sound and like know that I don't let outside things really affect me as much, because I feel like nowadays it's easy to kind of compare yourself to others, and I like to try to tell myself, you know, comparison is the thief of joy, because if you're always comparing yourself of what you don't have or who you aren't to other people, you're never going to be happy.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like no matter how hard I try to like tell myself that, I will always compare myself in one way to another or another, you know, and always never feel like I'm happy being me, and I always have to try to impress other people when that shouldn't be the case.
Yeah.
So I think to get to a point where no matter what I do, no matter what decisions I make, you know, how I look, how I live, what I eat, whatever, like I want to know that I can do it without even having the thought of how are other people going to see me.
Yeah, you're doing it for yourself. You're doing it.
Yeah, so then I'm never seeking that external validation. I mean, obviously there's some times where it's just like, it's nice to have a second opinion, but I mean, I feel like I have a problem where I'm always seeking it. And if, like, for instance, let's say shoes or fashion or whatever, like I could like a style of clothing, but if I'm unsure because it's new, I'll ask people their opinions.
Okay.
And people will be either I like it or I don't, and then all of a sudden I don't know if I like it anymore because more people said they don't.
Yeah, but it's not sway your opinion.
Yeah, it's like, oh, so other people don't think I look good, but why am I dressing for other people? So I just want to get to a point where I'm not seeking that as much, and I'm totally happy being who I am, and you know.
I think to kind of lead off that, Matthew McConaughey had a speech at Emmys or Global or whatever of that who his hero is, and it's him in 15 years. And so then when he was younger, he was 15, and then I think it was 10 years. And then 10 years later, when he was 25, the same person asked, oh, you're your hero now, like, are you who you want to be or whatnot? And he's like, no, my hero is still 10 years in the future. To where it's like, you're always striving to be better, to be your hero, which is you in 10 years, to always work at yourself of getting better, doing all these other things, and also making yourself be proud, to where if it's like you always thinking mentally of like, oh, how would I be in 10 years thinking about this? Oh, I wouldn't care about this minuscule, do people like this shirt on me or whatnot. But me in 10 years, if I own who I am, I'll be proud of myself, to where it's like, instead of thinking outward, it's like thinking inward, but future-wise.
I definitely remember hearing that. It was one of the greatest things.
Oh, yeah.
Because it really is like, it goes with, you can be whoever and you can do whatever you want to do, because he envisions himself in 10 years achieving all of this. So then it's like, that's who I want to be and that's who I'm going to strive to be. So every time, like, you know, you go through life and you'll change your goals or like what you strive to be, you can still, like, you'll always be able to achieve it because you're always running after that self-made image of yourself in that success. So I think that's a really,
But then it's forever changing.
That. Yeah.
Where it's like, if you had one set, like in 10 years, I'm 26 now, in 10 years by 36, I want to be this exact person. No, that's only the interest that I have now.
Mm-hmm.
Every day my interests change, or like what aligns with me of who I want to be. Because in 10 years' time, I might not like country swing dancing anymore, and I just don't like dancing in general, and like I just like photography. But if I stuck with who I was to be, who I thought, I wouldn't be happy. So it's like forever changing, that you're always growing and like learning new things and accepting new.
Just seeing that version of you, and like you said, change and like mold as your interests and your whatever's change. It's almost like when I think of a visual image of what he said, it's like in those dreams when you're running super slow, it's like I'm running super slow and I could see about like 30, 40 feet in front of me in 10 years time, but I can only see the back of me.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm trying to run and catch up to that, knowing that like as time goes on, he'll change, but I will get closer to what I wanted 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But it's almost like, it's also like those movies when there's a scene of like someone walking or whatever, and then it's a bunch of different still photos, like from different places, and then them aging or whatever. It's almost like that. They're constantly changing every second, but I'm like running after that, knowing that as I'm running and that person's changing, I'm also changing too. So it's really cool that
the progression of life.
Yeah, and that
because that's the
to
beauty
view
of life.
It that way.
You don't know, like there is no point, but so much points of life to figure out. That's the beauty of it. You can do whatever you want.
All right, the next one.
Okay, so that was
just like mentally being more sound and being confident in like the decisions I make and not seeking external validation.
No, I love that. Because it is like, but I think it also comes with years of life. Because I'm, like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm 2 years older than you, which isn't much in the long scheme of life.
Yeah.
But I definitely have seen, the older you get, the more you start understanding, like, other people's perception and reality of you truly doesn't matter. It's like what you, because I'm still struggling with it, and I work at it every day of like, I'm starting to do things that I want to do and not what I think someone else wants me to do. I'm starting to choose like, what should Tynan focus on with his time, energy, focus, like if it's relationships, friendships, but then it's also like, oh, some of my friends aren't reciprocating the same energy.
Yeah.
To where it's like, why am I putting so much time and energy into them when they're not giving it back to me? To where it's like, I don't know, with age, it's only 2 years, so it's like, I still got a lot to grow as well and learn from it, but it's like, you slowly learn that it only truly matters for yourself, of like slowly accepting like,
that's fair,
what you want.
That's fair. Glad you're seeing that. Because there are some moments where I do notice, like, if people aren't reciprocating the same, like, there's no point in wasting time.
You're watering a dead fish.
Yeah. But
or whatever the saying is. I don't know what the saying is.
Well, hey, watering a dead plant or something like that. But watering a dead fish does nothing, so it might as well be dead. New saying. You're watering a dead fish. But it does, sometimes it's like there's more days I'm more self-conscious, and that's when I feel like I tend to compare or make those decisions. But I mean, still 2 years is 2 whole years.
Yeah.
Like 800 or 700 and like 20, 30 days or something like that. Yeah. That's so much time to experience different things, and like everyone moves at their own speed. So you could have came to that realization a lot sooner than I did, or I probably will. Like even if I'm at your age, I might.
It's all through failures.
It's all different. So
you learn through failure.
It's still good to know that, like, yeah, you're right. As you age, things become a bit easier. You start to realize what doesn't matter because it's just your values and what you want to like dedicate time to changes.
Yeah.
So, right on.
And then my next one is, this is just like, it's going to progress as like years go on, but I think within this next year I want to read 1 book a month.
Oh, okay.
Like, but like self-improvement books or like psychology books, something that gets, like, not just, like, don't get me wrong, probably every now and again, because I'd probably get sick of it, like, fantasy books or, like, any type of book. But I definitely want to read more, like, mind developing and skill learning books of, like, psychology of how your brain works, or, like, triggers that happen, or, like childhood insecurities to fix, or, like, deep diving into how my brain works and, like,
Okay.
develop and focus and learn. So one book a month is my goal for this next year. So then that's only 12 books, which isn't, like, a lot. But, like, changing my daily routine of not really reading every so often, I get an urge to read, but, like, changing my routine daily to, like, take time and want and move the time aside to actually read.
There's this book that I am, like, halfway through. I'm really bad at reading, and I'd like to get into reading because it helps you cognitively, but it talks about living in day-tight compartments where you're not too focused on what you're doing tomorrow, but more of, like, okay, how can I make the most of today in each hour so you could prioritize your time better? Because sometimes I want to get stuff done, but if I don't prioritize my time and block it out, my whole day's gone and I didn't get anything
next thing
done.
you know, you're going to bed, you're like,
so that might be a... I'll definitely tell you what that book is because I have it and you could borrow it. Okay. But I think that one's a good one to read because if you're talking about, like, improvement books and stuff like that, I have quite a few because I do like reading stuff like that kind of gets me inspired to
be better.
Want to be better. So I like that a lot. I want to start
last
that too.
book I read, which was 2 months ago, was a book by Dave Ramsey about money.
Okay.
Of, like, how to slowly start paying off all your debts, and it's a snowball effect. So you pay off the smallest credit card first, then your next credit card, then your next loan and car or what. Mm-hmm. So then it's a snowball effect to where you keep putting all your money into that to pay it off, and how to, like, invest and stuff. And so I just like it because, like, if I feel like I'm improving my life, and so it gets me excited to, like, oh, what's the next? It's almost like a game. Oh, what's that next mission I can do to, like, progress my life to the next level or stage?
That's fair.
Because, like, the next one I want to read, I don't know if you would be intrigued by this, but it's the law of attraction, like, the vibrational state, and, like, your mind, and, like, if you believe it, you're putting it out into the world, and you're like...
Yeah, like manifesting.
Yeah, manifestation, law of attraction.
I'm definitely into that, because I definitely feel like, yeah, if you manifest what you want...
It comes to be.
Yeah. Mixed with hard work, obviously, yes. But I feel like... Because what I've learned is saying something, but also writing it down helps actually put in motion what you're trying to achieve. So, like, thinking about it or talking about it only does so much. But, like, writing it down and, like, saying it, you put it out into the universe, so then it's already there. Now you just have to act on it.
Yeah.
So I think that's very good because, I mean, yeah, you do feel really good when you're feeling like you're improving and you're becoming that better version of yourself.
Like, when we started going to the gym regularly every week, I felt like, oh, I'm moving on to the next step. Like, I feel my body improving and leveling up, and I feel better. I look better.
Yeah.
My mind is clearer. Like, I feel like I'm able to accomplish more and not wasting my time.
Yeah, no, I agree. Because I want to be at the point where it's like, when I'm older, I don't want to be a hindrance because my mind's not taken care of, my body's not taken care of. I want to be at the point where, like, as long as I humanly can, be completely independent with brain function and moving and stuff like that. Because just seeing people when they hit a certain age not be able to use the bathroom by themselves anymore.
Yeah.
Or, like, they have a hard time remembering things. Obviously, old age comes with certain diseases, but, like, doing things to help prevent or prolong, you know, that stuff. Like, I want to take advantage of that now because we are so young that what we do now really will impact our future. So I think taking care of yourself like that is one of my huge things, and that's why I want to read books to help, like, build these better habits, eat better, work out. I want to start meditating again because it helps kind of get my mind...
Focus for the day.
Focus, because my mind runs nonstop. So, like, even when I try to sleep, my mind, there's a million things going on.
To where it's hard to fall asleep.
So I can't fall asleep unless it's, like, for instance, I'm playing, like, a certain scenario in my head. Like, tonight I'll probably recall doing the podcast and just thinking about it and, like, thinking about what I'd want to do next week. that helps me fall asleep because
Okay.
I'm focusing on one specific
thing and not jumping from idea to
and it kind
idea.
of tunes out the rest of the noise. But there's so much going on. It's so annoying.
The voices.
I know
in your...
they're whispering to me. But yeah, I kind of want to get to that point where I can control like what goes on in my head better. So just overall like health.
Okay.
But I really do like the book thing because I'm trying to do that too.
Well, it's just so easy to watch movies or TV shows to where it's
I don't
like...
even watch TV, but I just...
Well, I know,
so
but... Or
tired.
even, like, listening to like, anything. Like, actually taking the time to read a book or listen to Audible, like, if it's while running or whatnot. It's, like... It's so easy to listen to music, and then you don't ever remember the music.
That's
or, like,
true.
Everything just flies over our heads, but, like, reading a book is actually taking the time and discipline to, like, do something.
And, yeah, remembering those details and stuff like that, that's totally fair. I have a few more on my list. 2 of them, I'll just put them together. They'll be really easy. We don't really have to go in depth into them. So I was talking about sports earlier. I want to, at some point, watch an Eagles game in person at the Lincoln Stadium.
Okay.
I think that would be an amazing experience.
That would be cool.
As well as a Tottenham game in England. I think that would be fun because...
That's what you got to do when you travel there on your continent.
Yes, because I've only ever been to, like... RSL here, but the stadium's not even that big. I've been to the Jazz games, but it's different. Like watching the games live and then seeing how the environment is with like their chants and stuff they have. That is just an environment that I just want to experience once. So those are 2, but they kind of fall in the same category of stuff that I'd like to get done.
Okay, so. I like that actually, because I definitely agree. Like I definitely want to go to the Olympics. One time I want to go to, I don't know, it's like mainly mine is, I'm not huge into sports per se, but I would still like to go to those things or like go to the Super Bowl or whatnot.
Yeah.
But it's more like events. So like I would want to go to Mardi Gras in Louisiana.
That'd be fun.
Or Oktoberfest in Germany.
Ooh, yeah.
Or like all these different like things that other countries do, but it's not originated there. So like Oktoberfest, they do it every state pretty much or whatnot. They do it up in Snowbird, Utah. But the real Oktoberfest, which is German, I would want to go to the actual festival, which is like so authentic.
Yeah.
Like, or like in a Spanish country, the Day of the Dead.
Or Brazil, where you go to La Carnival.
Yeah.
That
like
big,
all
yeah.
All those different things, like
that's fair.
The World Cup.
Oh, that
like
the
I
World
think
Cup
that'd
would
be amazing.
So sick.
Or the PGA Tour.
Yeah, that.
Like all these different things.
Okay.
Like I would want to go at least. I don't even know by 35. Probably like once in my life, just to experience like the different cultures.
At some point.
Yeah.
Because I definitely do think experiences last longer than
yeah.
obviously material things, and that's one thing is I've been starting to want to live more for that, so I'm totally fine spending my money on those experiences because
they'll last in eternity.
Yeah,
unless you start losing your memories of mind.
Well, that's why you take pictures and take videos and stuff, and it's always there.
Yes.
But yeah, you're right. If you lose your mind, it's gone.
Another one of mine would probably be kind of leading off the continents. I think it would be sick to go to the 7 Wonders of the World.
Oh, that would be sick.
Like, I think those would be so badass.
That would be.
Like, the pyramids?
Yeah.
I think that would be sick. The Taj Mahal?
That'd be pretty sweet.
The Wall of China? The...
What else?
Machu Picchu?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Machu Picchu in Peru.
Yeah, I think the Grand Junction I'm not Grand Junction. The Grand Canyon, is that one? What is it?
I don't think so.
Do you know what they are?
I don't. I wanted to sit here and see how much you knew, and if you were just pulling shit out your ass. Okay.
Oh, the statue of what?
So those are the ancient 7 Wonders of the world. So this is what they are. Yeah.
Oh, Christ the Redeemer. Chichen Itza.
I don't know.
The
what
Colosseum.
That is. Yeah, Colosseum in Rome, and
yeah.
Machu Picchu, the Redeemer in Brazil. Yeah. What is Petra? Because that's something different. We're Googling it real quick.
Oh, it's the city inside the...
Oh!
It's
yes,
in Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones, when they found the
The the goblet, the
the cup,
the Holy Grail.
the Holy Grail. Yes, yes, yes.
I think that's so badass though that they
that's
carved an actual building
Inside
inside of a rock,
inside of
a wall of
the
rock,
canyon.
and they
that's sick.
carved it in. I like how we both referenced that with Indiana Jones because
Yeah, I have no idea where it is. I don't know what country it's in, but
Jordan.
Oh, okay. What was the other one that we didn't know what it was?
Chichen
Chichen
Itza.
Itza.
Oh, we both. Oh,
In South America,
Yeah.
the Aztec
the
pyramid.
Aztec pyramids.
Okay. Right on. Yeah, I didn't know
but
that's what it was called,
I
but
think
that'd
that'd
be
be sick to also visit those while doing the 7 continents.
Yeah, no, I think that'd be.
Because then it's a 2 bird with 1 stone. You get to actually.
That is true.
Because if you land somewhere else in the country, then you can kind of travel and get to see more of the culture.
Maybe that's how you do it. You plan layovers in certain countries.
Ah.
So then you're like, oh well, I'm here for 2 days. Looks
Let me
like I
go
gotta
zip on over.
see the 7th wonder of the world real quick.
Yeah, I think those would be badass to go see.
I agree. I definitely agree. I think definitely Chichen Itza, that one would be cool, as well as whatever the other one was.
Petra.
Yeah. Because you hear a lot about the Great Wall of China. You hear a lot about, Christ the Redeemer and Machu Picchu. But those ones I feel like aren't as frequently spoken about, at least that I've heard from other people. So it'd be cool to go to those and...
Because I don't know
have that
anyone that's
experience.
been to a lot of them.
Yeah, I don't know either. Other than Grandpa and Grandma have been to the Great Wall of China.
Yeah, they've been to the Great Wall of China.
But I think that's it.
Yeah, I think...
And then
Well, I think maybe...
my nan has been to Machu Picchu because my step-grandpa's Peruvian.
Okay.
So they have a home in Peru.
Oh, shit.
So, yeah. So they've been there.
And yet you haven't gone?
No.
They hold them back on you?
They're doing
just
renovations on it and stuff like that. So, just depends. But yeah, that's cool. I have one more on my list. But as you say things, it's just yeah, that's actually something else I want to work on. But a big one is because I didn't go to school, and obviously I don't want to work at my job for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
With the whole mindset of manifesting as well as hard work, you can make anything happen.
Oh, 100.
I want to, within the next 5 years, make the podcast my full-time job.
Okay.
Because I really do think, obviously, we both have very unique personalities, and especially hearing from, for instance, Hannah, she was the way we are together is just so weird and interesting. So it's just it's a different dynamic that a lot of people don't see.
Okay.
And I personally think that, I hate listening to myself talk.
Yeah.
But recalling things we talk about, sometimes I lose myself in the fact that this is us. And I'm like, oh, okay, no, ha ha ha, I agree, and I'll laugh with it.
Okay.
So, but I definitely, I do think that this could be something. And it seems like with all the love we've gotten recently over the past 4 episodes, it definitely can grow a lot larger. And there's a lot of things we definitely need to, work on.
Yeah.
I want to work on, intro music, as well as,
an
animated intro,
Yeah.
matching, maybe making the profile picture a little bit more personal and stuff, but that's just something to do with time. But there's a lot of things that I want to push for, and I really do think that this can get to the point where it can just take my full-time job, and I'd be happy because I love doing things creative things like this. So I think within the next 5 years, that's just
where you want it to go.
Where I want it to
Where you
go.
would want,
yeah,
even if it's not exactly this, something like this.
yeah. Just kind of being able to input my creativity into something as a full-time job, because sitting down and talking, it doesn't feel like a job. It's not tedious or anything, and coming up with topics is fun and exciting because
then it gets us talking about stuff
Yeah.
that we normally don't, because we're cousins. We don't see each other so often.
Yeah.
Or long to where we never have
these deep conversations and
Yeah.
So I think, and it also kind of helps because you'll say something and then it'll make me realize I actually like that. I agree with that as well, and it kind of...
You can bounce off it and build off it. And
Yeah.
I actually do think the same. Or if we have a disagreement, then it's no, I think you're wrong, and then we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Because normally we don't ever get deep or whatever. So this is good.
Hardly ever get deep. So this is really good, and hopefully if you're watching or listening to this, that, obviously you're enjoying what you're hearing, but I really do enjoy making these for us and for anybody who's listening, for you guys, because I mean, if you've listened to every single episode or watched every episode, you probably either are a friend or a family member, or you actually do kind of enjoy listening and getting to know us, as well as like the experience of growing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's just one of the big things I want to achieve, because
No, I agree with that.
I don't like really being told what to do, in the sense of like,
you like the independency and everything, and like,
yeah,
I don't know, when you're doing something, it's for you and not like regular jobs being forced to do it, and you have to clock in at
and they
7
can
a.m.
tell me
and
what
you
I
have
can
to clock
do,
out
and,
at 8,
and
5
if something happens, I have to ask for permission to leave. But this is like, I can put my heart and soul into it because I know I'm actually enjoying what I'm doing,
and you have the freedom to do.
and I have
do
the,
it
yeah,
as
I have the
whatever.
freedom of like, if I can't make recording today, well, obviously we can record another day. It's not
Yeah.
like I have to show up or I'm done, but that's the beauty of like also the scheduled posting, is because if I know something's happening where I can't record on a Wednesday, we could try to make another day work before
Yeah.
Friday, because I can obviously edit it and get the video up, but yeah, I think that's kind of on the top of my list of things I want to get done within the next 5 years or so, because
No, I agree.
I think it's a reasonable time to.
I can definitely pick you up back off that, because I definitely like. I don't want to be I don't know if I do want to be with my company for the rest of my life. I work for a good company. I like it. It's fun. I keep learning stuff every day, which I enjoy. But it's in all reality, like, I do agree, like, I do like the freedom of doing your own thing or whatnot, to where it's like, I also want to learn and grow, piggybacking off, like, reading books each month. I want to learn new skills, so it's like, if it is editing or, like, coding or, like, animation, like, something creative,
Yeah.
I would enjoy that. But it's just, like, you can probably vouch, like, it's just hard with time and, like, setting everything time away after work to do it. When there's like, we have our whole life, our lives going on, the gym, work, other things we've I can't think of the word, but are like already what is that word?
I don't know, habits.
No, you're like already like agreed to do something.
Oh,
You already.
I don't know. I can't think of the word either.
I don't know, but it's like when you already agreed to do something and you have to do it, so where it's like,
Yeah.
because like I'm on a softball team, I'm on a bowling team, so then it's just like I have so many things like I've already
dedicated time to,
So
yeah.
it's like I definitely need to manage my time better. Don't get me wrong, but it's like I do like where this is going and where it could go and everything.
Yeah, because I feel like with the freedom of it, not only does it, we can get to a point where financially we're taken care of, but also knowing that we can build this around how we want our lives to be. So obviously, like, if this goes somewhere, and I definitely do think it will, it'll be a priority, but it doesn't mean it controls every aspect of our life, like our job, where we have to drive to work, and that's just like 9.5 hours of the day, depending on how far you work and traffic and stuff like that. And I definitely agree with, like, a lot of the things I also want to get done, and I do want to learn. Like, I learned you can go to school, pay for the course, without it being credits, so you don't take tests or anything, you just go to learn.
Oh, like, okay.
So it's basically you'll go to school without the consequence of I have to take a test if I don't pass, whatever. I'm literally just there
To learn.
and if I don't want to learn, well, that's on me.
Yeah.
I
You pay
want to
for
do
the full
that
course or whatnot.
Yeah, I want to do that, where I'll go and learn history or learn science and know that there is nothing at all.
Yeah, it's your own accountability.
Yeah, pushing me to be in that class, other than the fact that I'm actually really curious on how this works and I want to learn more about it. But also reading, the gym, eating healthier, spending more time with family, like having control over your time like that and money makes it so it's more more possible.
More
Does that
feasible.
sound right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's attainable.
It's more attainable, and that's also why I want to pursue it 10 toes down, do what I need to do, even if that means I'm like staying up late and not getting much sleep, to be able to edit the podcast and, help you, with the clips and like just doing all this stuff and like us talking. Like, I'm totally down for that, because of the vision I have for this.
Where you do see it going.
And where I could see it go, like how you were referencing Matthew McConaughey. It's like I could see how the podcast is right now. I could see how it can become.
Yeah.
I'm trying to chase that. How the podcast will be in 5 years, knowing that obviously it's going to change, but I have something to chase after.
Yeah, because you already can see, like, this is only the beginning. I can see how because we've already done way better than our first one.
100%.
But you can already see, like, if we kept at it and we kept learning skills of, like, editing, animation, editing music, blah, 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 doing better clips, blah, 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 blah. In 5 years' time, it's tenfold difference than what it could be, what it is right now.
Yeah.
Like, it would be a million times better. Because, yeah.
Quality, production, not only, like, if we got to a point where we started making money off of it, new location, like, that fits
That's
more
actually
us.
like a podcast,
it's more personal. Yeah, it's like the direction we could take this and how much we can implement. Because, I like having fun, and I want everyone who watches or listens to this to have fun as well. But I also want it to be where, at some point, we connect with people, and it's more of like, you're listening to have a good time knowing that, like, if you're having a hard day, this is just a quick little thing to kind of uplift you, kind of, reset your day so you can have a better one, but also...
Or even if it's more interactive.
And,
if we just say, like, hey, every third podcast... we'll do a poll, and the top whatever topic that is, we'll talk about
or
for like 30 minutes or whatever.
Challenges or games, like how we mentioned previously. Like be a bit more interactive, but there's just...
Where it's going is endless. Like, we can go so many different ways.
So, yeah, just the possibilities that we could take this and just kind of like the self-improvement and stuff. So, I really did enjoy, like, the topic that you had, the question for this week. Because I feel like it becomes a little bit... Like, you guys learn more about us.
Yeah.
We learn more about ourselves. It's a little bit more serious, but I feel like it's more connecting than when we, laugh a lot.
Yeah.
So we're going to do kind of a little bit because...
We're still figuring out as well of what we want to do and where we want to take this. This is just the beginning.
Yeah.
This is us trying to figure out...
It's the beginning
into
to
a good
something
rhythm.
amazing.
Yeah. Getting into a good rhythm of where we want it to go, what we want to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, it is exciting to see where it could go.
But also see how far we've come from our first episode, which I can't believe we're already on episode 5.
Which is over a month ago.
I know.
Which is actually kind of wild.
Which is crazy.
It's kind of crazy.
Because time between recording...
It doesn't feel like it's a month a week ago.
I feel like we just talked about this and we're like getting everything set up.
Yeah.
I remember going to, what was it, Outback? And us planning all this stuff, coming up with names and like...
I didn't even think it was actually going to happen, and then all of a sudden it happened.
And then it happened, and here we are. So, yeah. But anyone who does listen or watch, if there is specific things you'd like for us to like address, talk about, or like a specific question that you want us to like dive into, please let us know. We definitely have, comment sections below on Spotify or really anywhere you listen to podcasting, as well as YouTube. But I think that's about it for today.
Yeah, if you're listening to us on Spotify or any other podcast, give us a like, give us a follow.
And then if you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, do all of that jazz, get us into that algorithm. The numbers are actually pretty good for how much we don't push this podcast. But we're going to post some more clips and stuff like that. But thank you guys so much for tuning in this week. Can't wait to see you next week, and much love.
We'll see you next time.